we are live.
All right. Well, that wraps up the series for Los Angeles. As always, it's Jack Weisberg alongside Adam Michaels. What is that? Five LA teams in a row, not including the Dodgers, obviously. We talk playoffs exclusively on double overtime, only cool shit. And well, added to the loss column tonight. A lot of misses in that fourth quarter from my goat. Um, Hurts to say my goat tonight. Crazy he came back from going down there, man. I thought he was going to the locker room, but I'm disappointed, but I think there's a lot to discuss around why this went down the way it did.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the wound is still fresh, and obviously, in the next couple of days, it'll start to come together in terms of what we know is going to happen next year and what was positive from this year. Obviously, JJ Redick, pretty impressive season as a head coach. His first year with the Lakers. I really didn't want the Lakers to go for him at the beginning, not because I didn't think he'd be a good coach, but simply because I just love him on the air with Mike Breen. So it was a shame that we lost him as far as the media goes. But I loved having him as a head coach, and I think he's going to do great things. And he doesn't have any playoff experience as a coach, obviously. But listen, Jack, I mean, a lot of mistakes, and perhaps they were a little too confident, like we were as fans, thinking that the Lakers could go in there and steamroll Ant and the rest of the Timberwolves, and it's just not what happened. And this was a game to win, though, I have to say. I know we're kind of focusing more on the series itself, but this was a game to win, in my opinion. A couple of turnovers toward the end, perhaps some shots that we shouldn't have taken that we took. Listen, man, it's basketball; it happens. But it's a shame to see. It's a shame to go out like this in LA. You'd hope that they could have at least forced a six and try and win it away from home. But losing in front of your fans is a tough one, and that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, especially when just look at LeBron's playoff record in his last however many series. I think it's like 2-13.
Mm.
Or now it's worse, probably 2-14. Um, no, I'm focusing a lot on LeBron right now. Let's talk about other people, right? Let's talk about JJ Redick. Um, Changed up the lineups tonight. Played Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent over 15 minutes for what feels like the first time in the series.
Mm.
I've been calling for that. Uh, just to spread it out a little. I mean, I felt like we were putting so much on our top six or top five because Jackson Hayes is completely out of the lineup. Went from JJ instilling confidence in him. I mean, had to be last week, saying we still believe in Jackson, you know, completely out of the lineup, and none other than uh, our big guy or their big guy just feasting in the paint,
Oof.
feasting.
Yeah, I mean that was a big thing for me toward the end, at least. Obviously throughout the series, but gosh, rebounds were killers. I mean there was a stretch where I think the Lakers were down by three toward the end of the game, and there were three offensive rebounds in a row from I don't want to say it was Gobert all of them. It could have been, but the Lakers were not getting rebounds. They had so many chances to grab the board, go and at least try and score on the other side of the court. They couldn't do it. They were giving up rebounds, ended up giving up a lot of points from those, and they're not even mistakes. It's just it's one of those where, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, Jack. I know you're more of a basketball guy than I am, obviously, and you have a great tell on how the game works. But to me, it's nothing we could do. I mean, the Lakers. I want to say, oh, I wish we should have gotten all these rebounds. Obviously, yeah, but at the same time, they were like you said, feasting in the paint. I mean, Gobert, how are you gonna get a rebound over him? It's they were killing us, and it's not even the fact that the Lakers were doing poorly. It was just the fact that the Timberwolves were doing their job. They were getting it done, and they were able to close it out.
Yeah, Chris Finch, when you just watch his team play defense, I mean, JJ's running his actions that usually get guys in a place where they can get an open look, run to the hole, kick it, get an open look. And that was happening some of the time, but a lot of the time, I mean, they were just blowing it up and it was late shot clock, uh, chuck ups. Some went down, but it's going to be interesting to see what this team does going into the offseason, right? I
Yeah,
mean, you have to get it big.
you have to. I mean, the Mark Williams was the big that perhaps the Lakers could have landed, and they weren't able to.
You don't play
Obviously,
connect. You don't
E-
play him at all. You don't shoot a
exactly.
three to see if he gets hot.
That's exactly. I'm with you on that because if that trade ends up staying, staying put, there is no connect. But as you said, we didn't even use them really, and we needed a big. That was obviously the big absence. We talk about rebounds. Talk about getting a rebound over Rudy Gobert. You can't do that without a big, without a natural big. You just can't, and we didn't. And that's how the series unfolded for the Lakers. So I don't know if you have your eyes on any bigs that the Lakers can go get in the summer, but they need someone. I mean, talk about a guy who's a big guy. I'm hearing Giannis may leave Milwaukee, and perhaps the Lakers could jump on that.
I mean,
It's aggressive,
I do
but
think we're being unrealistic,
yeah,
like even bringing that up. But I mean, that would be perfect next to Luca because Giannis controls the paint defensively
yeah,
and can get out and on the perimeter. I mean that's a guy like Giannis is exactly what we need. But on the more realistic side, I've heard Nicholas Claxton get thrown around.
okay,
Um, I don't love that like he can't stretch the floor offensively. And he's only played for the Nets, which doesn't really sell me. But a guy
right.
like Miles Turner, who's uh got an expiring contract, long time Laker trade deadline favorite. I think he'd be perfect, but then
Mm.
again, he'd be perfect for everything.
Jack, listen, it's been a rough few days for Los Angeles sports. Obviously, the Kings losing three straight, the Lakers now getting eliminated in the first round. It's not looking good for us. The only positive I can see right now is at least we got this live stream thing working. Um, it says we've got one current viewer, which I think is my grandmother. So shout out to her for always watching our videos, and hopefully that is her. But it's a shame that this is going to be the last Laker video that we do of the year because obviously we just started doing them, and I thought that maybe we'd be at least going into the second round against Golden State. But fortunately, it does end here, and obviously we may only have one more Kings one to go. But your final thoughts on the series and at least what we can look forward to next year?
Um, Man, final thoughts on the series is just that they had it from the jump. I mean, it's going to be a better NBA playoffs with the Timberwolves moving to the next round. I
Mm.
mean, that Warrior series, I'm excited to watch that. That will be good basketball. Draymond, he's going to mess with Rudy. You better believe that. That is going to be a must watch,
Yeah,
just as a basketball fan. But I'm at a loss for words. I
yeah.
really thought the world of this team, and I think that I hate to say it, but like we're on a roll, and like losing a guy like Max Christie, like I think that really hurt us. Um, Him just being a guy that's 6'7" who can guard anybody. Uh, we didn't have that. We have
Mm.
fucking LeBron. Um, and LeBron is just having to do too much. I mean, he's getting it done for the most part, but I mean, you could see it like he like left DiVincenzo wide open with
Yeah.
like 3 minutes, just waved him off it. He missed. He was off balance a little. You could say that's Lego, whatever. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah.
well, what's
It,
your final takes?
I mean, it happens at the end of the day. It's the better team won. I mean, that's what it is. I hate to admit it. I was watching, as I told you, with my good friend Alana, who is a Timberwolves fan, and I told her, I said, listen, if you guys win this series and you win this game tonight, I promise you, I am so petty that I will be rooting against the Timberwolves for the foreseeable future. And I like the Timberwolves. I like Minnesota sports. I like the Timberwolves. I like the Wild. I like the Twins. Vikings are cool. I like Minnesota, but for right now, I have to be very anti Timberwolves because I'm so petty. I'm just the most petty human when it comes to sports. But my final thoughts, like I said, better team won. Big congratulations to the Timberwolves. I mean, they played their asses off and they completely deserve it. Of course, anybody that wins a best of seven series deserves it at the end because it's you can't get lucky winning 4 games. And they were dominant, and I suppose there's always next year, and there's a lot to work on. And JJ Redick now has a little taste of what it's like to be a head coach after a full season and a little bit of the playoffs. So I'm already excited for next year, hoping for an active summer and hoping to get back out there. So that's all I got, Jack.
Yes, sir. And we're gonna keep this live going on YouTube, but for those just watching the little short, you know, until next year.
Yeah. Peace. All right, guys. See you later. Okay, we're back on and we're recording again. So I'm going to add this. So, guys, I apologize. We have a caller. So, what you thought was the end of the video is not actually the end of the video. We're back up on stream. And then hopefully, when I put this to YouTube later, we will connect this and it will work out fine. So, Jack, who is our caller? And let's get them on the line here.
So we have James Judah. Not sure where he's calling from. I'll have him tell us, but let's get this guy on the phone. Avid Laker fan. Uh, here he is. James Judah, where are you calling from?
Am I live right now?
You are live on air on the Double Overtime Pod.
I am calling from the city of Los Angeles right now. How are you guys doing? How are you, Aiden?
Well, I'm good, James. Good to hear from you. It's a tough result, but it's good to have you on.
Yeah, so I'll just jump straight into how I'm feeling. First things first, LeBron doesn't deserve to be in the Lakers rafters as of now. He's only won one championship for us. Everyone else who's been up there has, done more contribution than what I've seen. I'm not going to hate on the Timberwolves for what they did tonight. They did a fantastic job showing up. They executed well on our flaws. I think that what I see is that the Lakers are a B-minus student, and everyone expects us to get an A+. I heard your guys' conversation just now. I heard you say, Aiden, that you have friends and that are Minnesota fans, and I have family that are Minnesota fans, and it's hard to root against them. You got to respect them as opponents.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I know Jack's holding back tears right now too.
Yeah, definitely holding back tears a little. Not gonna lie to you.
And I agree, by the way, with you, James. And Jack, I don't know how you feel about this, but I agree with LeBron not getting his name up in the rafters at all. I don't think he should at all. I mean, he's one of the greatest players the game has ever seen, but you can't put him up there with the Laker greats for what he's done for the Lakers specifically.
Yeah, and that's my argument too. It has nothing to be anti-LeBron, I like his, GOAT status. I'm not arguing against that, but I mean, if we're going to hold true to the brand, we need him to push for more, and I know that we're capable of winning a championship next year. I mean, what I saw is that they were the hungrier dog. The Wolves were the hungrier dog. They wanted to eat. This was not luck. This was not that they're like, oh, we're going to go get a magical win. No, they were hungry. Like every single rebound was like their last meal. Like they wanted to win.
Yep.
Like we went out there acting like we had already made it to the championship. Like, we have the talent, we don't have the hunger. I mean, that's all I see. Like, hunger wins these games, and we didn't have it.
I couldn't have said that any
I was
better.
gonna say I couldn't agree more. Absolutely, it was a question of which team wanted it more, and it wasn't the Lakers.
You could tell Julius Randle wanted it with the way he was going into the paint and just at will scoring on us. That floater to make it 93 to 88 late in the fourth. At that point, you kind of just knew like they're not letting up, and we can't buy a bucket right now. We had just like scathed the rim on a pretty open corner shot. There was really no hope after that Julius floater.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it was embarrassing to watch us play small. I've never seen us this look like this since maybe like the team that we grew up on. I haven't seen this since before the pandemic. Like, watching our team just get abused in the paint, it was brutal. And I know that tonight JJ's plan was to play small because Jackson Hayes is not going to get us anywhere. But it was hard to see. It was hard to see, in my opinion.
It almost makes you think, would Trey Jamison have been able to throw his weight around on Rudy? Maybe at least just be an option in the paint, but we elected not to sign him to the active roster. That was a very hated on move by Laker Nation before the playoffs, and I guess we'll never know. Same thing with Mark Williams. I guess we'll never know. But I do feel good about this team going into next year with the pieces that we'll want to keep. Uh Man, LeBron in that fourth quarter is the only thing I can't get off my brain. It's going to give me nightmares tonight.
Yeah, my LeBron pillow and my LeBron blanket are not going to be touching my bed sheets tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. What a shame. I mean, listen, while we have you here, James, Jack and I are doing hopefully do the live stream tomorrow night for the Kings game, and depending on how it goes, we're gonna have you on the show. I mean, if the Oilers win, I'm not sure I want you on the show, but I think is the Knights game on tomorrow as well?
Yeah, well, the Knights game is on at 4:30.
Oh,
I bought my first LA Kings item today. I bought a jacket. It's dope. I was looking to buy a Raiders one. They didn't have one. They had this. I was sold on it. I don't want LA to lose. I don't want you guys to lose.
wow.
I want to actually see Vegas versus LA because I think it's a deserved series. Watching the Kings game was awful yesterday. Kemper saved you guys from an 8-1 loss. But I don't think your guys' series is over. So I hope Vegas wins tomorrow, and I hope LA wins tomorrow, so we can have a good chat about that.
Yeah, James, I'd love to see Vegas and LA in the playoffs because you know what's going to happen, and it's going to be Kings in. Well, I would have said 5, but now I'll have to say 6. But if you're okay with that, that's what'll happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've chosen not to engage in smack talk until we both make it there.
Very mature of you.
and that's only because of karma. That's not because I don't want to. That's just because I know karma could cut this thing short. And yeah, I mean, let's hope someone wins tomorrow. Let's hope someone wins tomorrow because players in the wilds, no one wants them. No one wants them.
By the way, yeah, we should talk more shit about Minnesota, especially because my friend Alana that I was mentioning earlier, I don't know if she's still on, but she was on a second ago. So if she is, fuck Minnesota. But I will say, James, if the Oilers do eventually eliminate the Kings, which is very possible, I will be rooting for Vegas heavily. So I will become a Golden Knights fan for round 2 if they match up against the Oilers. So I'll have your back on that one for sure.
I'll buy you any Golden Knights merch you want. Just send me a link and I'll be on your doorstep. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you want to see the American teams beat the Canadian teams. Yeah. And also, it's Vegas and LA are like two brothers. One brother's on a binge with, I'm not going to say on your guys' platform. And then one brother is, the Hollywood celebrity. So, let's hope we both get the win tomorrow, and I think that you guys really do have a team that will dominate going forward. So I mean, regardless of what happens tomorrow, you guys have some dogs on the team. I mean, obviously Kopitar is getting up there in years, but some of these younger guys, man, they come to play. They come to play, and unfortunately, your guys' defense has not been the best for the past 2-3 games, but this entire season, man, you guys have been crushing everyone at home, and that's a testament to what the next generation's probably going to look like. So, yeah.
Hey,
Good luck, guys.
you heard it here first from a Golden Knights fan.
Super fan.
Super fan.
Super fan, might I add, the
Did
one
you-
who was caught wearing Kings gear earlier today.
Insert the photo, by the way. We can't do it on the stream, but we'll put it up. Good screenshot, by the way, Weisberg, on that.
Yeah, made sure to get 10. I told him Venmo me $200 or this is going everywhere. And
Throwing that up on my Instagram, like I'm gonna have a Raiders hat on with it.
It's a fire jacket. I just wish that you supported the team like your friend Jordan used to do. But if
I mean,
he,
I grew up going to games. It's just the thing is like I didn't really get into hockey until maybe like 2019, 2020. Like I grew up going to games. Like I watched the same guys play. I watched Kopitar play growing up. It never really clicked for me, I guess. The thing is like I always went to Laker games growing up. So like to go to Kings and Clippers games to me was just kind of like, and then I fell in love with hockey, and now I kind of see it. The Clippers are always the Clippers, but to see, probably shouldn't have said that because Tope Howard's not watching this, but yeah, it just never clicked for me,
by the way, everybody, before I head out, and you guys can totally stay on here. I'm a fat ass, so I got food, but we have a message from our Minnesota friend Alana who says, "Tell them LeBron should retire." Your thoughts on that?
I'll let James take that.
Yeah. Do you want to take this question, Jack, or do you want
No,
me to take
take
it?
that, please.
Yeah, I mean, you have a generational talent. As Minnesota, I hope that this gets back to her. I mean, you guys made it out of the second round. Congratulations. Your fans are going to act like you guys discovered fire, cured diseases, Ebola, cancer, all this, and found water in one day. But you guys are not in the Western Conference Final yet. You guys aren't even winning a championship yet. We care about championships. You guys care about beating LeBron. So, I mean, it's a different playing field, but you guys won today. Nothing I can say that will top that. So,
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I will leave it with this, and I'm gonna hop off. And you should tell me if we're gonna keep going, because then this stream's gonna go on forever. But I will say this: do you know the basketball team that has the most championships? Professional basketball team that has the most championships in the state of Minnesota? It would have to be the Minneapolis Lakers. I'm just saying, it's the Lakers.
I was gonna say the Lynx, but
Nah, the Lakers.
yeah,
We own Minnesota.
yes, we do.
Minnesota's whole championships are because of the Lakers, because of us. We own Minnesota. They can have this whole first round win. Yeah, good job, whatever. Raise the banner. Beat the Lakers in the first round. That's it. That's all that's gonna happen. Not beating OKC.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're playing in the city of Minnesota. I don't think a lot of people are like, hey, let's go take a trip to Minnesota. Let's go get a couple of friends and go to Minnesota. So, I mean, I think that should speak enough for itself. And I have family that lives there, and I feel bad for them every day.
Yeah, no.
Alana says, who are the Minneapolis Lakers? Alana. The Minneapolis Lakers became the LA Lakers. They used to be in Minneapolis. She's not a super fan. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt. It's okay. They used
I
to
think
be.
this is
It's like a history lesson.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all
This
good.
is a good place to end it with making a Wolves fan look funny, leading them up to probably losing in 6 to the Warriors next round, and we'll have a good laugh about it.
Well, here's what I want to do now before we go.
Potential Clippers Nuggets series tomorrow.
Okay,
I just hope the Clippers.
what's going on?
Well, I'm trying to FaceTime Alana, and I'm not sure to see if she's gonna answer. Hold on. Look who it is. Alana, you're live right now. You're live. Whatever you say is live. I want you to know. You can hang up on me, but you're live.
Okay, what do you want me to say?
What are your thoughts? We have a Timberwolves fan now. What are your thoughts? You're live
I'm
right
not
now.
an actual Timberwolves fan.
Whoa! Shh. Come on, what are your
Okay,
thoughts?
all
What did you
I'm
think of the
saying-
game? Who's your favorite player?
Anthony Edwards.
That's pretty good. He's pretty good. We got to give it to her. All right. Well, anyway, glad you could hop on the show. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to say something. So,
Okay, here we go.
let me think about this.
Go ahead. We're on time clock, so.
Minnesota is on its way to be the best state in the country, okay? I promise.
Ready?
And
Watch
is
this.
just-
Boop. Get hung up on. Bye, Alana.
Wow,
Wow.
yeah. We started to give her some credibility.
Yeah,
and
let's
then-
get her out of here. I'm not having
Yeah.
any of that. I'm not having any of that. I hope she's still watching. She's probably not. She probably left to answer the call. Stop that. She's already texting. She said, what the fuck? Why are you silencing me? Doesn't matter. This is our show. This is our podcast. Anyway, all right. Any final words from you or Mr. Judah?
Man, James, we loved having you on, man.
We did.
We
We
gotta
really
do
did.
this again.
He must hate us.
Oh, I was on mute. Sorry. Thank you so much. I really like it. It's great to be on here, and Aiden has a girl for every single NBA team, so he's not worried. He'll text his Golden State Warriors girlfriend for the next one, and we'll be celebrating when Minnesota loses.
That's true.
And we will call Aiden's Golden State girlfriend after those
Yep.
games in that series.
Yep.
Yeah, those are my thoughts.
All right. Well, we will definitely be back for the Kings video. And for those of you that enjoyed the presence of Mr. James Judah, he will be back many times in the future on Double Overtime. But with that being said,
Thank you so much.
well, of
Thank
course,
you so much.
you're welcome anytime. So that'll do it for the live stream. And hopefully when we put this back on YouTube, it'll be a little bit more put together. Because this is our first time doing a live stream. It happens. This is the first time for everything. But that does it. Minnesota 103, Los Angeles 96. The Timberwolves win the series 4-1. For James Judah, Jack Weisberg, I'm Aiden Michaels. We will see you tomorrow.